Hello all, my name is Pavan Kumar. I am a management student at National Institute for Industrial Engineering. In this video clip, I will try to outline the different learnings that I have gained from the course of Principles of Management. This course was undertaken by Dr. T. Prasad, popularly known as Dr. Mandi. Right, so basically what's management? I mean, in this course what we thought we will be dealing with is the process of management and why people study management, what has management to do with organization, and of course management has everything to do with organizations. But the idea is what management process is, how it is aligned, then different types of managers, and what are the different theories of management that have evolved over the time, how relevant are those theories nowadays, then which theories came in the past, which theories came in present, and how the human thought process evolved, and how the management theories evolved along with the human thought process. And then we'll be talking about the management process as a whole, means what are the different stages it involved, and then the main process. I mean, the first stage of management process, namely the planning, and then the second stage, namely 1 minute. I'm not able to see something. I made a notes here which I'm not able to see, so I think I will better do it if I just take a look at this. So what I think to briefly outline the different learnings in the session. The first one is planning, how you plan actually. The second thing is the strategy, how to plan the strategy for your organization. And the next thing is the organization design. What are the different types of organization designs that are prevalent in the current period. Then finally about the human aspects of management, namely what is motivation, what is leadership, and how teams work with each other, how teams are organized, how the human communication goes among teams. That's the whole idea. So basically we thought this is how we will be going, because this is how the course content is actually. So we expected a very conventional, or in other words, normal sessions, normal management theory sessions, more lectures and more lectures, and we thought, honestly speaking, we thought it would be a very dull subject. Because a lot of theory to write, and I think it is fairly difficult for a person to listen to a lecture for 2 hours consisting wholly of theory. But interestingly, in the first 2 lectures, we're not reading any of this. You may find it surprising, but the thing is, we thought we'll be reading some solid theory, or the professor is going to explain some theoretical concepts. And these are some concepts which we listen again and again throughout our, what you can say, or through the careers until now. I mean, during the different industries I have worked in, I have taken enough courses on, what you can say, personality development, about management, not exactly management, but communication, all this. So I thought it will be something similar to that, and I'm pretty prepared to be bored for long sessions. So, the lecture started like this. I mean, you're not showing theory on the slides. You're just made to do some exercises. Exercises as in, tower building. There's a session called tower building, wherein you are asked to build a tower. Okay, build a tower, placing a block upon a block, means you are given a set of square blocks. You need to place a block upon a block, and finally you achieve a tower with the maximum height. But before actually starting the exercise, the students are asked to actually estimate the height of the tower they can build. So I mean, people came with different estimates, and later, then they were given some historical data. It said that people generally can achieve a maximum height of 17 blocks. And then suddenly people started to re-estimate their height, their targets, what you can say is. But some people still stick to their old targets, of course. And then there are different stages in the exercise. The first stage, the student himself can build the tower as a whole, one above the other. And in the second stage, the student or the trainee is blindfolded, and he will be provided with another trainee instructor who will be instructing him on building the tower. So at this point of time, we're fairly surprised. I mean, what's happening? Because we're prepared for some sort of theory sessions, but it's not actually theory there. So it's going on. Then this exercise went. Then it's fun. It's fun. It's fun in middle of some lot of sessions, theory sessions. Then the second aspect came, wherein it's the valley crossing exercise. The valley, I mean, assuming there's a valley somewhere. So three people need to cross the valley together as a team. They're provided with a pole, and they must plan and organize the whole crossing such that nobody falls into the valley. And you can understand, obviously, right? All of them can't cross it simultaneously, so each of them crosses one after the other. The idea is holding a pole, which is what you can say, which supports them one after the other. So one person, three of them walk towards the valley, while one person steps into the valley holding the pole. The other two people need to support his weight. Okay, and by the time the second person comes towards the valley, I mean comes into the valley, steps into the valley, the first person need to reach the other end, and the second person will be supported by the last person and the first person, right? So at the point, and finally, when these two people reach the end of the valley, the other side of the valley, the third person will be floating in the edge. So the whole idea is, how can you protect yourself, or how can you save yourself from falling into the valley and cross the valley safely? I mean, that's a very big I mean, from the look of it, we thought it's not actually so complicated as such, because the students are actually provided a pole, three people standing one behind the other, and they are asked to just cross. I mean, imagining a imaginary valley. I mean, that's how I put it. So then we are thinking about. I mean, it's not so difficult a task. It's a fairly simple task. Three people just walking in coordination, in sync, crossing, and there went three trainees. And believe me or not, it took nearly half an hour for people to figure out, to sync with each other, and to cross the valley. I mean, what supposedly appeared as a very simple task turned out to be a very complicated task, given human beings are present there, because three people need to communicate, walk in sync. There are physical disparities. One person is short, one person is tall. I mean, the shoulder length. And then they were talking about signals or signs, wherein one person says start, other people walk. But later they are confusion within themselves, and finally by the time they mastered it, half the session is over. So I mean, we observed that it's pretty complex. It's not as if it's easy, or it's not a simple task as it looks, right? So it actually requires a lot of coordination, and I mean, simple task which just involves only three people, and now we actually, you can imagine the complexity of organizing really big teams or really big organizations, and getting work done there. I mean, successfully doing work there, or successfully building products there or services. So I mean, we sort of got a gist of what actually people management is at that point of time, right? And then we were led through some theoretical. I mean, not much stress is given upon the theoretical concepts of management, but since it is good to know about the background of the uh, evaluation of management thought, we were given some basics about the different management thoughts and how things evolve. First thing is the scientific management theory, wherein you stress upon the work study time study, where you stress upon the efficient way of achieving a piece of work, and the efficient way of using the worker to the maximum extent, right? And then came the idea of classical management, whereupon it depends upon dividing the task, dividing a job into discrete tasks, and assigning the right people for the right jobs, and thinking about them. Then the third thing came the behavioral model, wherein the human concept came here now. I mean, since people are, I mean, basically who people, the work is done by people, you need to think about people as human beings who have feelings. I mean, that's when the actual behavioral concepts began to come there. And finally, it went through different phases like management science period and systems period, wherein you devise systems, analytics, and stuff. And based on you predict your models based on the previous analytics using regression models and things like that. I mean, similar mathematical manipulations like that. And finally, the contingent